And it's also stopping us controlling our borders. It was the principal reason why the Supreme Court at the end of last year said that we couldn't move forward with the Rwanda part, which would have made it easier for us to stop the small boats, secure our borders. And so I think we should leave, and we should replace it with a British bill. There will be no diminution in us as British citizens' ability to protect our own rights and liberties, but it will be done by Britain, our Parliament, our courts. And that would enable us to fix these problems, get dangerous criminals and terrorists off our streets.
Your critics, including your opponent Kemi Badenoch, would say it's a headline-grabbing distraction, this stuff about the European Court of Human Rights, and it doesn't really have much relevance to people's everyday lives, and that's what the Conservatives should be looking at the moment. The people who are getting ready for work right now, ironing a shirt, thinking about a packed lunch and how they're going to afford their tea at the end of the day. Do you really appeal to them?
Look, the issues I've campaigned on in this leadership campaign are the NHS, how we can improve the quality of care that the public are getting, the economy, how can we get living standards up in this country, and yes, immigration. And in all parts of the country, however you voted at the last election, those tend to be the three most important issues to you. I do think millions of people want to see us secure our borders. This is going to be a problem that is with us for years to come. All Western countries are facing it. And I'm not prepared just to allow this country to be bedeviled by this issue of illegal migration for the rest of our lifetimes. And the only way to fix it is to get to the heart of the problem. And a part of that is our legal system and the human rights laws that we've had in recent...
Hey guys, I honestly thought after the major gasp by his supporters that Robert Jenrick, or Jenrick, would have dropped out of the race for Tory leadership by now, but clearly I was wrong. He was on a breakfast show again, beating the drum for leaving the European Convention on Human Rights. He claimed that Britain isn't sovereign, even though Parliament itself has affirmed its sovereignty, and repeated the false claim that the ECHR is the reason people aren't being sent to Rwanda. But let's break this down. Jenrick keeps insisting that the UK isn't sovereign, even though Parliament has repeatedly confirmed that it is. So who's telling them the truth here? Parliament or Jenrick? Who's claiming otherwise? He even justified leaving the European Union by claiming it was about bringing back sovereignty. But now he's saying the UK still doesn't have it. Does he think leaving the ECHR will finally bring it back? Or does he plan to leave every single international organisation until the UK is isolated like North Korea? Jenrick also incorrectly blames the ECHR for blocking the Rwanda deportation scheme, but the truth is the Supreme Court blocked it because Rwanda was deemed unsafe. Even the UK government couldn't prove otherwise, despite legislating it as safe. In fact, some people have even been granted asylum from Rwanda in the UK, which further proves that it isn't a safe destination. As for Jenrick's bigger idea, a British Bill of Rights, it's absurd. The purpose of the ECHR is to have an external body safeguarding human rights. Would you trust someone like Robert Jenrick, to protect your rights, or would you prefer an international organisation to protect those rights? Most people would choose the latter. But even when he was challenged on how leaving the ECHR would affect the Good Friday Agreement, Jenrick brushed it off. But what happens when a government doesn't respect human rights in Northern Ireland? Where do people turn then? Despite this, Jenrick claims the focus of his campaign is on the NHS and the economy. But has anyone actually heard him talk about these issues? He always reverts back to immigration. It's clear he's trying to win back Reform UK voters by doubling down on immigration, but that strategy won't help him win power. The recent elections show that the NHS and the economy are the real priorities for the British public, not immigration. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.